Many thanks for staying with us on TVC Breakfast Saturday. All right, let's turn our attention now to Ondo State. Of course, as you know, the state is preparing for governorship election. Yet another off-season election in Ondo State is scheduled to happen in November, and it's less than a month away from now. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is working in earnest to deliver credible election in Ondo, and the collection of permanent voter cards has started from the 17th of this month. It's going to end on the 21st of October, and these PVCs will be available for collection at each of the 203 wards across the state. Thereafter, the cards will be available for collection in 18 local government area offices in Ondo State for another week, to begin from 23rd to the 29th of October. These centers will be open to residents, to eligible voters, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. daily. This and more we want to talk about now, we bring in, joining us via Zoom, a spokesperson for the Ondo APC Governorship Campaign Council, Banji Okunomo. Thank you very much for joining us on TVC Breakfast. So, from your assessment, how would you rate INEC and its level of preparedness for the election?
Well, thank you very much. INEC is the umpire, is the body saddled with the duty to conduct election. So far, so good. They've made disclosure of their programs, and it is the duty of every political party to make preparations for the election. The preliminaries have been done, and the parties are complying with necessary processes that ought to be done. The nomination of candidates has been done. Primaries have been conducted, and candidates emerged, and the campaigns have been gone. And everybody is working towards ensuring that the candidacy of the popularity of his candidates and the acceptability of the candidates is spread across everywhere, so that the election will become a victory for the political party. On our part, as a party, APC, we are doing everything. We are acting within the confines of the law. The INEC has, opened the ground for campaigns, and we have commenced our campaigns. You all know that flag off have been done by our party in the 3 senatorial districts of Ondo State. The one for the central already done, that of the north already done, and that of the south already done. And all these are what are required. And again, also, Mr. Governor Lokia that has begun the tour of the local governments that we are doing. We know, and we know that what we are supposed to do is for us to do the needful. We are not going to say, oh, because we are the incumbent or we are the one in power, that we are not going to do all of this. So far, so good. We are comfortable with the processes, and we are complying with the processes as required by law.
The opposition party, the PDP, is calling for a change of the resident electoral commissioner in that particular state, that is Ondo State. What's your reaction, or what's the reaction of your political party concerning this development?
First and foremost, I consider it laughable for an exercise that has not begun. I mean, the election has not commenced, and a political party is calling for the change of one of the officials of the umpire. Where do they expect the umpire, the person to be appointed? The woman they are alleging that is an indigene of Ondo State, the INEC has come out to say that the woman is not from Ondo State. So these are issues of fact. They should have come up with a fact to say, oh, the person is not from Ondo State. And in any case, what is the nexus of that with the preparation for the election? Even if they have brought anybody anywhere, what will have been the difference? If the person is also from Ondo State, what will have been the difference? What is important here is that there's a body that the law empowers to conduct the election, which is INEC. INEC is not about an individual. And the individual they are alleging is from Ondo State. It's not from Ondo State. So, to me, I believe that it's an act of fidgeting, it's an act of showing fears, or openly accepting defeat technically, because I do not see the PDP as preparing for this election. They are not preparing for this election. They are only, castigating, criticizing, raising dogs, raising issues.
Mr. Okunomo, are you saying that the opposition, People's Democratic Party, don't have the right to reel out or give out their grievances concerning what they have raised? Is that what you're saying?
No, when you have a right to express your grievances, but you have to show the basis for your grievances. When you raise an allegation, in law, they will say that you and he who alleges must prove. You have come to tell the whole world that the woman who is the resident electoral commissioner for Ondo State is an indigene of Ondo State. The body which employed this person says that the woman is not an indigene of Ondo State. That is a fact that has disproved an unestablished fact. The INEC has come out to say that the person they allege to be an indigene of Ondo State are now suggesting a likelihood of bias is not an indigene of Ondo State. So I want to believe that the PDP did not do due diligence. If they had done so, they would have known that the woman is not an indigene of Ondo State. So in the first place, the fact that the woman is not an indigene of Ondo State and they have come out to allege that she's an indigene of Ondo State, it shows that they have already fouled in their allegation. And that allegation is porous, is empty, is false, is mischievous, and of course, it's a way of raising provocation and raising tension unnecessarily about an election that has not been conducted. So to me, that allegation being baseless, not being factual, and very frivolous is to show that the PDP is already fidgeting.
Can you tell us what state the woman is from? The state the woman is.
I don't know the state the woman
from. You said she's not from Ondo State.
Yes, I'm banking on the statement issued in rebuttal by the INEC. The INEC says the woman is not from Ondo State.
All
right.
She is their employee.
All right.
And where the woman comes from. The PDP alleges that the woman is from Ondo State. All they need to do is to show it to the whole world how the woman is an indigene of Ondo State. Having not done so and raising allegation, that allegation is baseless. It's watery, and it must be discarded into the dustbin of history.
Okay, so the PDP and a number of opposition parties as we have seen from all these reports here and there, are also crying foul, saying that the APC should not do a repeat of how it botched the election, so to speak, in Edo State. Of course, Edo just finished, had their own governorship election. We saw how it panned out. APC candidate declared the winner, but the dust from there is yet to settle, bringing up this kind of clamor that the APC, by the PDP especially, that the APC should not have a repeat of how it had a hand somewhat where the elections were not found to be free and fair, or were not seen to be free and fair, at least from the part of the PDP. What's your response to that?
The PDP should stop crying foul. When they won in some states in the past, the elections were free and fair. Now that APC is winning some states, in subsequent election, APC, the election is not free and fair. When you won your own election, it was free and fair. It is not logical. So alleging election not being free and fair because you were defeated is not. They should know that being involved in an election is just like participating in a binomial experiment where you either have a success or a failure. You cannot win all the time. There had been period when PDP was winning election in this country. No, the other party definitely they will cry. It is customary for any failed party or any political party failing to cry. But the reality is that the umpire will always remain as umpire to conduct the election. I wouldn't want, because you are not failing now, you will now be raising issues that are not, having any sensible reasoning. So, and for some political parties you mentioned, as far as the election in Ondo State is concerned, the only recognized opposition party which is visible on the ground trying to attempt to contend with the incumbents in the government is PDP. Some of the other candidates of some other parties are phony candidates. I call them phony candidates because they are not even on the ground Some will wear, they will have followers about 4 with red cap and they say they are candidate. No, I don't reckon with that. If you are ambitious, go and do your ambition in your bedroom. Or you want to talk to yourself, you cannot come to Ondo State now and say, oh, you are bringing NNPP to Ondo State, or you are bringing a particular party with 5 or 4 candidates and you are raising the issue because you are a candidate of a political party. As far as this election is concerned, me, Banjo Okunomo, I do not reckon with this other political party because they are not physically on the ground. The only party that is physically on the ground is PDP, and the PDP is already battered to a reduced, ridiculous number, because what has happened in recent time has been a depletion of their ranks. Of course, you know that I was once a PDP member. I was publicity secretary of the party. I left the party because I saw that the party was not serious to win any election in this country again. They have been battling with leadership problem in recent time. There was exodus movement of people out of the PDP into the APC. As we speak, what we see happening in the PDP is just a caricature. What is happening in PDP is just dancing or playing to the gallery. They know that they are not cut out for this election. They are not going to win any election in this state because the people are already settled with the incumbent governor because they are comfortable with what the governor is doing. And they, of course, what the people want is consolidation of the performance of the government of the party. And of course, the governor.
Mr. Okunomo,
yes, I'm with you.
Just a moment. There are reports or accusations on you that you left the PDP because of your own selfish ambition. You react on that, but what exactly is your party doing at the moment, the APC, on the sensitization of residents of Ondo State and the collection of the ongoing PVCs? There are 2 questions there for you.
You said the first question has to do with why I left the PDP. I left PDP for my personal ambitions. You and me know that there's nothing to share in zero. Why? What is this? What are we celebrating in zero all the time? We missed it out the other time when we feeded the candidate from the wrong zone. And I told the then governor, that Mr. Governor, this calculation was wrong. You should have presented candidate or supported candidate from the appropriate zone. And that's led to the monumental failure of the party at that time. And since that time, the party will move from one problem to another problem. The most recent one which they did was missing it out even at the primary, projecting a candidate who doesn't have the political clout to be the governor of Ondo State. The people of Ondo State will have a proud race. We are so concerned about the quality of person that want to administer our affair. So if anybody has told you I've left a party because of his personal ambition, one of my personal ambition is also in consonance with the ideology of every political party is to gain political power, to be in power. If you are in a political party where some people have held the party by the jugular and they are not prepared to win election, all what they continue to do is to grandstand. That is what is happening in PDP, and that is the debacle of that party, even at the national level up to this time, and they have refused to learn their lesson. An individual will continue to lord himself on the people as if he is a demigod. And
then let's quickly address Emmanuel's other question about your own level, your party's level of awareness for residents to have their PVCs picked up.
We have taken it upon ourselves as a responsibility, as a duty of a political party to sensitize the electorate. We have told our people to go to the respective destinations where these PVCs are collected. Of course, those whose PVCs are ready now wait for registration, and they also know that it is their own obligation and duty to go and ensure that they collect their PVCs. Ms. INEC came out and said that these PVCs are ready. We have been telling our people to go and collect their PVC so that they will be able to exercise their franchise.
Okay, but we still want to ask you questions, but however, we don't have much time. But I'll kindly respond to this. So you've spoken about crisis in the PDP, but isn't there a crisis in the APC? We understand, or from what we are seeing, the dust from the primary election is also yet to settle. We hear, respond to that, key candidates that ran at that primary election are yet to publicly endorse the candidature of Lucky Aiyedatiwa.
Yes, in APC there has been stability, there has been amity, there has been calmness in the party because the governor is a level-headed person, is somebody who is not a troublemaker. The governor has devised a lot of mechanisms to put the party together, you will see that not a single one among the persons that contested in APC had left the party for another party. But those that contested, especially the serious contenders in PDP, they are currently in APC. For example, Honorable Kolade happens to be my friend. He had left the PDP for APC. He's currently one of those of the persons conversing for this government. So when you want to talk about whether the effect of the primary has affected APC in any way, it has not in any way. The APC has gained monumentally from the woes that befell PDP immediately after the primary. And that is, the PDP is in a pitiable, non-rescuable condition. The party cannot, in fact, the situation with the party cannot be remedied.
But right now, just a moment, we have Olubenga Edema that left the APC, now is the candidate of the NNPP.
NNPP is not in Ondo State. That's a party for one state in the north. There is no NNPP in Ondo State.
Okay. Well,
but you know Olubenga Edema.
It's not barely tied to Army candidate.
All right.
That's all.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. So campaigns have started in earnest ahead of the election in Ondo State. We will look forward to speaking with you and other members of your team as we count down to the election in Ondo State. Thank you very much, Banjo Okunomo, spokesperson, Ondo APC Governorship Campaign Council. Many thanks. Again, you're watching TVC Breakfast Saturdays.